want to go to Kelly Storbeck? Because I have her father right here. So right away, your dad passed. Because he tells me you were just talking about him. He tells me you were just saying like, oh, I wonder if my dad will come through, or if my dad will step forward. Do you understand that?
Yep, yes, I do.
And your mom passed as well?
She did, yes.
Know that they're both together on the other side, because he was first coming through and talking, and then your mother said, well, what about me? I'm her mother. I'm not going to, she didn't want to talk to me. Oh, and there's also, wait a minute, I see a little girl who had died. Who is the little girl who had died?
It's my stepdaughter.
Okay, she's here. Because she's here with your mother and father as well, because even though that was your stepdaughter, know that in heaven, everybody that watches over you is connected. Because she's stepping forward and she shows me that you were like a mother to her here in the physical world. And that you're still upset about the way she had died and what had happened here. And she says to me, first of all, she wants to apologize, she says, for the times when she had pushed you away or the time when she had been distant. Do you understand that? Because I can tell you, she shows me that she was always very close to you here in this world, but towards the last like year and a half or 2 years of her life, all of a sudden there was a separation with you and her. And you're like, what the hell happened? Like, this was my stepdaughter. I loved her and I cared for her. Why didn't she want to talk to me? Why doesn't she want to be around me? Why is it that we have this separation? Do you understand that?
Yes.
She's showing me some type of drugs or substances. Anytime that spirit shows me pills, it means that there was something that they were on that was causing their mind to go to different places. She's bringing this up when I'm connecting with her. And I felt like this was something that we would take this from a pharmacist. I don't know if this was Xanax or if this was some type of a prescription medication, because she's showing me that.
Okay, and she had bipolar, so.
That's what I'm seeing. So that's going to be what it is. So when I see that, I got to be honest with you. She tells me she was mixing medications here in this world. She was not taking her medications the way that she should have been.
Okay, all right, that makes sense.
But she also tells me when I'm connecting with her that she had a lot of struggles that she was going through emotionally when I'm connecting with her. And the biggest thing that she's telling me, she had a very hard time finding love. There was an issue with relationships that were going on with her.
Spot on.
She's telling me when I'm connecting that she was, because what happens is the way the spirit communicates with me is I sense and feel things, but then they throw me into different visions of what had happened. And right away, she's showing me all of a sudden her going from relationship to relationship to relationship.
Yes.
And that there were different men who hurt her and abused her. When I say abused her, I'm talking about emotional abuse.
Oh, yes, yes.
And she says to me that first of all, she wants to apologize and let you know that she's sorry for everything that had happened. She says, because the moment that she died, you stepped up to the plate and you started picking up the pieces for her. She knows that you have her kids. She knows that you're raising them. And more importantly, she wants you to know that you're doing such an amazing job. She says that even though you pray every day and say, oh my God, how am I going to do this? How am I going to go through this? Am I making the right decisions? She says to me that she wants you to know that she trusted you with everything here in this world. She says, and even though at the end there was separations and there were issues and there were problems that you had gone through with her, she says, I need you to know one thing. I always considered you my mother. She goes, you always treated me as a daughter. She says, and you never, ever, ever treated me as anything less. And she wants you to know that. And I'm also hearing the name Sarah. She's telling me Sarah. This is someone who's still living, not someone who had died.
Yes. She used to live with a Sarah.
Okay, because know that she's telling me that this was a really good friend of hers that at one point tried to help her through this, or this was in the beginning when she first found out that she was bipolar, that she was going through these things. Because she's saying, talk about Sarah. But the hardest part was, is she says to me, you know, looking back on my life, she goes, I wish that I would have done things differently. She said, I had all these people around me who loved me, who cared about me, who wanted good things for me. She says, but I could never see that for myself. She says, so what she wants you to know is that you made every right choice in every decision. She says, and she wants to apologize for the way that she had ended her life here in the physical, because she's bringing that through. She is taking responsibility.
Good.
But at the same time, I got to be honest with you. She tells me that her vision was so clouded when she was here. She says it was so clouded by the relationships that she had been in, by the breakups that she had been in. She says that it's almost like she says to me, I went chasing after love and I forgot how to be a mother. I forgot how to take care or be there for my kids.
Exactly.
She says the one thing that she wants to thank you for is the way that you restored her memory to her children. Because you always talk about the good parts of her. You remind her kids about how much that she loved them, how much that she cared about them, how much they had meant to her. And she wants to thank you for that. Is this your
That's
daughter that's telling you?
that's that's my daughter's dog.
So what's so crazy is that do you ever find the door like so sometimes like it's been happening a lot during these group online readings where the pets come in. I know mine do.
Yeah.
And the reason
Yeah.
why too is you gotta know that they sense and feel and see spirit as well.
I know they do.
So if your dog is ever, barking at the wall or barking in random places, it's because he's sensing and feeling her.
Yep.
Because
Yep.
she's there watching over you.
Yeah, her youngest daughter told me that my mom was sitting next to me in the car and she was clapping her hands trying to get my attention.
I gotta tell you something else that she's telling me that I don't understand. She's talking about letters. I need to talk about the letters. So do you have letters that you shared with her daughters, or what's with the letters?
She sent us a letter right before she died.
So she tells me when that time is right, you're gonna be sharing that with her daughters, or
Yes.
giving it to her.
Yes.
Because I feel like this is something that nobody knows about.
No. Mm-mm.
Because
I have it.
She talks about it being kept private, and one day when the time is right, you've been questioning whether to share this with her daughters or not. So
Yes.
she says to me that you have her full permission when the time is right, but also to explain things to them.
Yes.
She says to let you know you're doing everything okay, as restful as it is and as hard as it is, that she's helping you along the way. She's helping you with the children. She's helping you through life, and she's so thankful to you for what you're doing. She
Good.
wouldn't want it any other way for what you're doing for her kids.
Good. I talk to her a lot.
I'm gonna leave you with that. I really
Thank you. I appreciate it. That meant the world to me.